Good morning. Chef Tobias here from home, hoping everyone is well. Today we're going to do a couple of quick demos on some knife cuts that you will learn when you get into culinary fundamentals. So just give you a head start, some stuff that you can practice at home. Today we're going to work on a bâtonnet cut, a julienne cut, and then I'm going to do an oblique or roll cut on some carrots. So first things first, I need to adjust my camera and show you a couple of particulars. Now, one of the most important things you're going to want to make sure is your surface, your area is clean, and that your hands are washed before you start doing anything. I've also taken the liberty of washing all my vegetables. I have here a little bit of a fabric to secure my board to the table. It's very important that when you're cutting, your stuff isn't moving around. So this is something that you're going to learn. You can do it with a piece of moistened paper towel or a piece of special fabric. Now, I also have a bowl that I'm going to collect all my trim in so I don't make a mess all over my board. The mess that I don't make is the one that I don't have to clean up. So from there, I'm going to use a Swiss peeler, or sometimes called a Y peeler. You're going to get these in your kit. They are very, very sharp. It's important that when you're peeling, it's kind of a little different of a motion than the traditional peeler. So what you're going to do is you can actually grip your vegetable and then peel back towards you. You really want to keep your fingertips and your fingernails out of the way, because when these things are new, they're really sharp and they can, believe it or not, they can cut you. So I'm going to get my vegetable peeled. We're going to work with potatoes, and you'll work with a lot of potatoes. They're very simple to cut. They really give you great practice. You'll be doing this a knife tray for about 25, 26 days, I guess. So you'll get pretty good at this. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is make sure that we have our knife tuned up. We did this in another video. I just want to give it a couple of quick swipes just to make sure they're nice. I'm going to use a French knife or chef's knife for this. And really the most important thing we want to do now is to create a block or a square. So I'm going to cut one piece directly off, and then really using the knife, driving through the vegetable with the knife. I'm driving through the vegetable with the knife. I'm not chopping down. I'm letting the knife do the work from the front part of the blade towards the rear. And you'll notice I want to make sure that I have a nice block. Okay? Something that's nice and square. It's a little bit off. I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit. Okay? Looks pretty good. So we square the vegetable off. Now, it's a lot of trim, but as you move forward, you'll find utilizations for trim. Okay? Now from there, we really want to cut the vegetable down to the appropriate length. Usually for a julienne, somewhere between 2 and 2.5 inches, and bâtonnet, about 2 and 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of there, no problem. Now from here, I'm going to cut the planks. And I want a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch square. So again, I'm going to drive the knife through the vegetable, not chopping down. I'm controlling the cut. I'm not letting the angle of the knife control what I do. Now from there, we have our planks that are cut, pretty even, not too bad. And from here, all we're going to do simply is line these up. And you could stack them a couple of, probably initially you might do them singly, but over time you'll begin to stack them up a little bit. And there. Now the idea of these precision cuts is that there's two basic principles. First of all, they're very uniform and they look great on the plate, but also understanding that if everything is cut exactly the same size, it'll cook at exactly the same rate. So this is your bâtonnet cut, pretty much sticks. Just so you know, bâton literally means stick. So a bâtonnet is a small stick. Okay, there's one. That's your bâtonnet cut. Now quickly I'm gonna peel another potato real fast. Again, keep your fingertips out of the way. Now the julienne cut is a bit smaller. And there's two types of julienne, actually 3 types that we can discuss. One is a regular julienne, that's about 1/8 of an inch. squared by about 2 to 2.5 inches long. A fine julienne is actually 1/16 of an inch. And then there's another julienne cut, which is called an alumni, which means matchstick. And that's 1/8 by 1/8, but only about 1 inch to 1.5 inches long. Okay, so I want to kind of do the same exact thing that I did. I'm going to square the vegetable off. I'm going to cut one part off, and then I have it sitting directly on there, so it's nice and safe. It's not going to roll around on me. Using the knife, I'm driving through the vegetable to create my square. Okay. Okay, looks pretty good. Pretty square, not bad. Now this one again, a little bit, just about the right length. Now we're going to do the same exact thing, except we're just going to do it smaller. Okay, that's enough for now. We have our planks cut. And then from there, I'm going to line them up. And then, of course, using the knife, driving through the vegetable. Hand position, always the same, keeping my guide hand in a claw, not letting my fingers go out so I don't have any issues there. And then really basically, there we go. Nice little julienne potatoes. So you can see the difference in size in relation from one to the other. Now lastly, I just wanted to talk about an interesting cut, and it's called an oblique cut or a roll cut. Of course, I'm going to use my peeler to take care of my carrot. And this is an interesting cut in regards, it's really used specifically for tapered vegetables like carrots and parsnips. And the idea is taking a vegetable that looks like this, it's very difficult without creating a lot of trim waste to get it all at the same size. So really all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to have the vegetable parallel to the board here, and then I'm going to take about a 45-degree angle with my knife, and I'm going to cut through, and I'm actually going to roll the vegetable over to set up the next cut. Okay, I can actually roll it over the tip of the knife. It sort of gauges where I have to go there. And it's a little cumbersome at first, but once you get used to it, it becomes very simple to do. And the idea, again, if it looks the same, it cooks the same. So this particular knife cut allows us to take this unusually shaped vegetable and create even cuts with virtually no trim loss. Okay, so that's our video for today. The bâtonnet cut, 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 2 to 2.5 inches long. Julienne cut, 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch by 2 to 2.5 inches long. And the oblique or roll cut used for a tapered vegetable. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.